Welcome to this month's edition of the Villages V-Mail and Continuing the Dream. I'm excited for you to hear from Geoff McNeill. He's our land planner for the Villages and will be sharing with us the fundamentals that go into creating a community like the Villages.
And that's what it's about.
We'll also touch base with Ken Ezell, longtime golf course designer for the Villages, and he'll be sharing with us what's under construction, as well as a sneak peek into what we can expect for the future.
In the whole realm of things, we really got a lot on our plate.
And no construction update would be complete if we didn't stop at Sawgrass Grove and hear from our one and only Dusty Rhodes.
One day at a time, but we have an excellent crew out here and it's all come together pretty quick.
So thank you for joining us.
The Villages.
I'm out here on the site of our newest 18-hole championship course, Southern Oaks. And this week we got a chance to check in with Chet and see how things are moving along.
Here we are at the Southern Oaks Championship Golf Course. We are on the Laurel Oak 9 and we're pretty much grassed out on it, just waiting for the weather to get a little bit warmer so these sprigs will start taking off a little better. We got a sprigging machine that takes a roll sod and chews it up and drops it down on the ground and then cuts it in, and that will make it grow in faster than the actual regular sprigs that we use, because when they dig the regular sprigs, the sprigs are exposed, no dirt on them and everything, and you get a mortality rate a little bit higher with the regular sprigs than sod sprig. And we're just trying to get it to grow in right now. And the other 9 is called Live Oak, and we're under construction with it. It's coming on pretty good with it. Got a lot of progress going on there, and we started greens construction and cart path. Drainage is pretty much already in on all but 3 holes, and we'll be grassing on it probably in a couple of weeks. We should be catching up with Laurel Oaks pretty quick because the weather's going to be better, it's going to be warmer, and the grass over there will be kicking off quicker than it is on the Laurel Oaks. It's really a good quality golf courses for as many as we do and as fast as we do them. What we need, ideal growing on the grass, is when our mornings are 70 degrees or warmer, then the grass really starts kicking off. I've been at the Villages since 2000. Pretty much just started working way south from there at Nancy Lopez area was where we first started. And I've been doing golf courses for 39 years now. Yeah, I'm proud of the way the golf courses are being constructed here. We have a first-class team here. Ken Ezell is a great architect to work with, and I've been working with him ever since I got here in 2000. We should have it ready to play in the fall, and that's our goal, and I see no problem with reaching that goal.
Good morning, Kenny.
Good morning, Jennifer.
Well, thank you for joining us this morning. I know you're a very busy man.
Well, what a pleasure.
It's a beautiful day in the Villages.
It is another gorgeous day, severe clear.
Yeah. We wanted to dedicate this month to all things golf, and we knew who better to talk to about everything happening around the Villages as far as golf goes than our one and only Ken Ezell.
There's a lot going on, as you know.
Well, to kick us off, let's start with, what was the first course you designed for us here in the Villages?
Well, it would be Hacienda Hills.
Hacienda Hills.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to put you on the spot. Do you remember what year that was?
Yes, 1989. And we started designing it then, and we opened it in 1990. We happened to open it on your dad's birthday.
Yes, we did, December 19th.
I think it was the quickest golf course ever built in the state of Florida, too, by the way. And it's stood the test of time.
Yeah,
so
it has. And so how many championship courses have you designed since then?
Here at the Villages?
Here at the Villages.
Okay, well, we've done 11. And actually, my partner, Lloyd Clifton, did the Orange Blossom Hills. So we weren't partners at that time, but since then, we have started. The next course was Tierra del Sol, and we moved on to Glenview and Lopez, and then it just kind of kept going. So we're up to, this will be our 13th championship course here at the Villages, of which I've been involved with 12.
That's amazing. Lucky 13.
That's
so we're
right.
standing right now at the site of our Southern Oaks Championship 18-hole course.
That's correct. We're on the Laurel Oaks 9. and we're kind of in between the first hole and the ninth hole. And there's a bridge in the background, and the bridge kind of goes across to number 2, and then you take and come back and end up at the clubhouse. So it's a neat little setting.
And we're grassing in right now,
We're,
right?
We're in the grow-in mode.
Yes, we are growing in. To bring us up to speed, how many different courses are under construction right now? Different types of golf in the Villages.
Well, we have this one that's really the only one at present that's under construction, but we're getting ready to start on the Richmond Pitch Putt, which is over off of Megason. And then we have the Mickylee Pitch Putt and the Jubilee Putting Course that's getting ready to start. So we're within a couple of months of getting these 2 projects off the ground before we head over to the west and start on some really exciting golf.
You've got quite a canvas you're drawing on over there right now.
We do.
And you shared with us how many championship courses you've been able to help us with here in the Villages. Am I really testing you by asking how many executive courses?
37.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So would you say per square mile the Villages is a golf mecca, or? Yes.
Well, it's as I told somebody the other day, I said, you know, when we were north of 44, we were the largest golf course community in the world with more holes of golf. Now that we're beyond 44, working our way west and south, that new emphasis on, you know, this pitch and putt, the walking, the lifestyle, I think has been tremendous. And then, of course, a couple of properties provided us the opportunity to do a natural grass putting course, and that was so successful that we started to incorporate that into a lot of our other facilities, and I'm excited about that.
We are too.
You know, the golf for some time has, you know, almost been a secondary source of, you know, it's a recreation, but in between the golf holes is where we're storing our storm water and making that work, making it so that we can irrigate everything properly. So it's it really takes and depends on exactly where we are, what the property is affording us, and we move on from there.
And in our background is the site of an old cattle crossing bridge, but it's going to be transformed into the Southern Oaks Bridge. That'll be our first bridge that has multimodal as well as automobile travel.
Correct.
What lies on the other side of that bridge when it comes to golf?
Well, it's the Southern Oaks Bridge is going to take you into a whole different experience. You know, it's a broader piece of property, provided much more acres. And what we've tried to do is dot it similar to what we talked about. We have 2 championship courses that'll be almost a butt to each other. So one's going to be to the east and the other will be to the west. And so you'll have two more choices. And that triangular piece will come over here with Southern Oaks. Once you cross the bridge, we've got a beautiful little executive golf course. And then it butts up to a nice little recreation facility, Village Rec, that has a pitch and putt. So we have an 18-hole pitch and putt there. And beyond that, you know, we're continuing on to the south, and we have what we call more experiences, being that we have more executive courses and some more pitch and putts, plus 2 more championship courses. So in the whole realm of things, we really got a lot on our plate as far as the master planning and how that's all working.
Mm-hmm. So tell me about the Lifestyle Center area. What can we expect coming when it comes to golf in that area?
We are spending a lot of time on that particular section, and we're working now with creating what I'm calling an entertainment range, which it's a large driving range. It'll have the ability to take and have some covered areas for hitting balls at different times of the year, different times of the day. We have an executive course, 9-hole executive, that's associated with that, as well as a putting course that we have. And then on the opposite side is where our next academy is going to be. And we're really excited about that, the way that's all taking shape. And at present, we've got a little short game area so that people can go out and be isolated and learn the short game area as much as they need to. And we're exploring some different opportunities with different maybe partners in the future.
Okay. Well, I've got to tell you, the Lifestyle Center, I can't wait to see all the things you have coming together in that area. It sounds amazing, and yet another level of bringing golf to the Villages. So thank you, Kenny.
Well, it's going to be fun, and especially with all the other amenities that we're going to have there. It's going to be a different experience for everybody here at the Villages. We're excited about it. There's a wow factor with it.
I can see it in you, and so just we thank you for everything you've done for our community for this 30 years, and can't imagine what you're dreaming and what our future holds. So
we've got a few wrinkles up our sleeve there. So
we've got a few wrinkles, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And a few gray hairs.
We're still though in just the fall of our lives.
There we go. Well, love you,
Thank
Jenny.
you.
Thank you
Love
so
you
much.
too.
All right. Today we're with Dusty Rhodes, and we are in the heart of the Sawgrass Market area, and I'm dying to know what is going on around us, Dusty.
Oh man, we've got all kinds of things going on. If you look behind us, we're starting to run the pipe work for all of the audio, video, and lighting control system for the stage and the dance square. And what you see behind you is the outdoor bar starting to come to life. And we're going to start siding and stuff on that pretty soon. One day at a time, but we have an excellent crew out here, and it's all coming together pretty quick.
So this is the outdoor bar area where I see the red iron going across it.
Yes, ma'am.
And then what's happening behind it?
Behind it, that is supposed to look like an old two-story tobacco shed. And we're going to have a control center upstairs. There'll be a roll-up door where that big opening is.
So like for sound and lights?
Absolutely,
okay.
Sound and lighting. And downstairs, of course, will be where the drinks are all served. They'll have a bar in the front towards the street, and also a bigger bar here on the back to serve everybody who wants to come out and have a good time.
So this is the outdoor entertainment space. I'm sure there'll be some dancing happening here.
Absolutely.
The opposite side?
The opposite side, that's going to be where the stage is, backed up with the boxcar, which actually the boxcar I think is going in for sandblasting and paint later this week.
Oh, that's exciting. I can't wait to see it. Dennis Graves helping us with that?
Absolutely, he does all of our work.
That'll be exciting to see. So in the background, we are looking at right here at McGrady's Pub, is
Yes,
that
ma'am.
right?
Absolutely.
Okay. And then just to your right shoulder is the market itself, Sawgrass
Absolutely.
Market, and the beautiful brick has gone up here, so that's gorgeous.
We're making really good progress everywhere, for sure.
Tell us a little bit about what's happening inside of Ezell Recreation right now.
We're starting to put the lipstick on her. It's really starting to come along good in there. A lot of the trim work is done. Our spiral staircase will be coming in June 7th to start work, and that's a company out of Georgia that's going to put that together. We're doing flooring in the what I call room 151. It's actually the large meeting room, the multi-purpose room, and that's going to be a herringbone pattern on that floor, so it's going to take a little while, but it's starting to come together, look really good.
Oh, I love herringbone. I can't wait to see that.
Absolutely.
So just outside the Ezell Recreation Center is the Clifton Cove Putting Course. What do we have going on there right now?
They're doing an excellent job of getting the grass coming in, and as far as my part of that is concerned, the bathroom is about 95%, and of course the storage building for all of the equipment to maintain the grass. But that's coming along really well. It's looking nice.
Wonderful. And there are a few other outdoor recreational amenities happening here.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. On the east side of the project, opposite of Clifton Cove putting, there's going to be the sports pool, which I'm still kind of in a holding pattern. I don't want to have to maintain the pool. If I fill it with water, I have to start maintaining it. So I'm going to hold off on finishing that for another 3 or 4 weeks. But moving on from the pool, we have bocce ball, we have shuffleboard, we have horseshoes, corn toss.
Might be a little pickleball.
Absolutely, pickleball. Yeah, I think that's a popular one here in the villages for sure. That one's booming. So yeah, that's all coming together. They'll be sodding around all of it pretty soon. All the sports course surfaces are coming together, so it won't be long.
It's really coming to life. It's so exciting.
Absolutely.
Thank you for being with us today, Dusty.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You do great work.
Appreciate it.
Today, I have the pleasure of being with our dreamer extraordinaire, Geoff McNeill, and I thought we'd just have a little conversation today and learn a little bit more about what it takes to dream and plan a piece of land. So let's take it from the beginning.
That's a very small subject, isn't it?
It is. I think for most of us, it's just amazing to come to the villages and see it in its finished state. But all the thought and all the planning that goes into it, you're kind of our lead dreamer in that when we get a raw piece of land. Can you describe for us, what are the steps you go through?
Yeah, I think, say lead dreamer is putting me with an extraordinary group of designers and planners and thinkers. And so we look ahead. We look way out ahead. What does 20 years look like? What happens with the land? What's the land telling us? We start with those things and say, where are the dreams that people have? Where will they be in 5 years? Where will they be in 10 years? Where will they be in 15 years? And look out and see what the opportunities might be. We look back also and say, what's working? What are our residents really like about the villages, and why is it as unique and as wonderful as it is? It's a unique place, and you know, you gotta love it because it really is a unique place, and having the opportunity to plan over a long period of time and see it come to fruition down to the finest details is really what it's about. So you think about that big picture, and then you narrow it down to where you're working with other designers and planners and thinkers and doers, and you say, okay, this is the finer detail. So we're standing a piece of finer detail that people have thought through. When we first started thinking about this place and said, you know, we're putting in houses, but it's really not about houses, it's about people's lives and community. And then how does that all knit together? Well, we're standing on one of the bike paths, pedestrian paths, and you know, it's wonderful to see people using it and to be part of it. And you think about where that needs to be. How do you create connectivity? When I talk about connectivity, most planners talk about a connected trail system or a sidewalk or a street. When I think about connectivity in the villages, I really think about the relational connectivity of community, that larger sense that people connecting with people. And then these assets that are created for everybody to enjoy strengthen that connection and make it bigger than the pieces of the parts. So the whole is bigger than the piece of the parts. Really, that's the definition of collaboration. It's also the definition of a way we think about the large-scale planning for the villages and what's happening in the future. So the idea of connecting from the oldest part of the villages to the newest part of the villages is there. I kid a little bit about putting a trail and saying, I walk the villages trail, sort of like the Appalachian Trail.
Yes.
It's there, you can do that today. We just don't have the bumper sticker that says that.
We'll work on that one.
We'll work on that one.
We'll dial up John Rohan on
That's
that.
it. And that's really what it's about.
Well, thank you, Geoff. Thank you for joining us for the past 25 years and forward. Thank you for your dreaming, and most importantly, we thank you for helping us build all of our dreams.
The villages, where the smiles shine all year round.
For more than 30 years, the Villages has been making retirement dreams come true. And the dreams continue today as we work to bring you the very best in lifestyle and fun. In the Villages, when we talk about making dreams come true, we strive to create the ideal backdrop, the spaces and places that villagers bring to life.
Where the smiles shine all year round.